Alright, so, hello and welcome to Mr. X's Tabletop RPGs for Idiots. I am your dumbass master, your dungeon master for tonight's games. As always, let me look at my notes so I don't fuck this up like I did last week.
Fuck, just give it a ban. She's like a meticulous note taker over here.
Yeah, it'll be a real short one too. It was only a page and a bit.
Well, last time on Dungeons & Dragons, the party had just set up an ambush for two Sahuagin who was searching for them. What happened next?
We did some stealth checks, and then we got ready to fight. I dropped an arrow. Yeah, I was trying to pull one out. Fred catches it. We go to the first fight. Not great damage. Both targets dead. Fred pulls out the arrow from a dead body, tosses it to me. I jokingly give him the finger. Nine people, fish people in quotations, are the far right room. Fred sends his dragon to scout. Fred went out on his own, and then he finds the slaves, 10 of them, locked up in shackles and collars, with 8 fish people guarding them. We ended up having a little bit of low health, but we posted up a defense waiting time. We rested, got our max HP back. We decided to go save the slaves. We did the surprise battle attack. Can we save the slaves? ...
Vance, can you be my secretary at ad board meetings, please?
Alrighty, so last time I did have a bunch of slaves, but I'm just because they're not going to help you guys fight, I'm not even going to really keep track of where they are, where they're going. Every once in a while maybe one makes it past you guys if there's enough room in the hallway, but that's the thing. I think right now they're mostly just gonna cower in this corner and see how things develop. So you guys just finished the surprise round. You basically fucked up the one dude who saw you guys coming, and so now we're back at the top with that dude starting the round. Okay, so I think after combat came up and attacked him from behind, he's most angry with that dude. So he's gonna make 2 attacks on combat and 1 attack on Kolvok. So
we made it down far enough to start the battle.
What?
No, nothing. Forget it.
Are you at max hit points, combat?
Yeah.
You are at max hit points? Alright.
He's suffering from a lack of ice cream right now.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
So, no advantage, just 2 attacks. One of those will hit. Spear is D8 plus 3. So 10 points of piercing damage.
Come back in there. That's what I had to do.
Combat. He spins towards you, and he comes back with his spear, but swinging his spear towards your head as he whips around, and you duck under it. And then as you duck, he then pulls the spear back and then shivs it right into you. And then he does another quick spin to attack you, Kolvok. You haven't done any reckless fuckery, right?
Honestly, cannot recall.
No.
How's the fence there, Kill?
Okay, 18. Yeah. And that'll be 8 points of damage. 8 points of piercing damage.
Oh, fuck.
Well, I don't... That's questionable. It's possible all he's trying to do is get to cold ground, and he's basically just making himself a little foxhole in the shaded places of our house, and he's just getting to colder ground, like the colder ground underneath the top layer that's been roasting under the sun. It's just, I think he likes being able to keep an eye on the door for us if we're coming through, because part of me is like, well, if he's trying to get shade, why doesn't he pick like a nice, like the grassy spot at the north side of the house, which will constantly be shaded, like no matter what time it is. Like that's where I'm like, yeah, that's why he's doing it right over there, because then he's just right by the door.
Yeah, I wonder if you could move the house there.
Alright, so after that dude makes his 3 strikes on the 2 of you. 8 damage, yes.
I tried to reset and everything. It's showing the live symbol on his name and subscriptions, but when I go click on his name, nothing's there.
Odd.
Alrighty, so that was that guy's turn. It is now you, Kolbach.
Hey, no, 7.
Was there a guy that was killed already?
Well, didn't we kill that one asshole?
Yeah, because then all of us go attack him for the surprise round. We all get teamed down.
I'm missing a dude. No, it was one dude who saw you guys. It was the rest who didn't.
Yeah, we killed the one dude, so we should be at 7 now, right?
No, the dude that noticed you isn't quite dead yet. So yeah, I'm trying to do some bookkeeping. So the 4 coral smashers, I have them. Yes, I do have them. 1, 2, 3,
Damn it,
4.
Vince, why don't you do your job?
2 Sahuagin, the champion, and 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, nope, there's still 8. Yep, there's still 8. I mean, you guys royally fucked up the dude who noticed you and charged you guys, but
I thought we killed him, that's why I said 7.
Yeah. He was still standing. He was the dude who just attacked Kolbach and combat. So, Kolbach, guy right in front of you, he basically ran up to clog up the hallway so you guys couldn't easily just slip by him and start fucking up his friendlies in the room. But yes, it is now Kolbach. What would you like to do? You want to finish this dude off? Sounds like it.
That's not saying it's good one.
Yep. I'll do it. Damage. Yep. Just around the corner behind combat. Diagonally behind combat. 5, 10, 15. You, combat was flanking the guy you were attacking. So you are now just behind combat.
Okay.
Yes. You attempt. Yeah. Alright, you cleave into the first guy with your sword, rush past. combat and then stab your sword into the gut of the dude around the corner, and as you start to lift your blade up, you lift the guy off of the fishy dude off his feet, and his weight begins to drag through the blade and just like begins to eviscerate him, and then you just kind of throw him off to the side of the wall. He is dead as well.
It's same with me.
All right, so next would be combat.
Just an attack the nearest guy.
10, 15, 20, 25. 3?
3 attacks.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
15.
15. That'll do it.
12.
That'll miss.
20.
That'll hit.
9 damage altogether.
Alrighty. So that guy is gone. So we can go ahead and just take him off the roster. So alrighty then. So guy you just attacked combat. It's going to make 2 counter attacks on you. You are no longer at max hit points now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. They get advantage. Well, I really need advantage apparently, because that one's gonna miss. And then the second attack, that's gonna hit, because that's 2 16s, and that's without modifiers. So yeah, that one's probably definitely gonna do it.
Yeah.
Coral Smasher. D8 plus a number. That'll be 5 points of damage on the one hit on you. Combat.
That was a bad burp. I apologize for that one.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so then one of them's going to spend his turn dashing towards you, combat. 10, 15, 20, 25. One of them's going to come up on you, Kolvok.
What did I take with damage the last time? Did I just miss that?
Yeah, he took 1 hit. God damn it, Frog! God damn it! It was like 8 or something.
Okay.
Hello? Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, did I miss it or am I just am I fucking crazy?
I honestly wasn't paying attention.
Me either.
Fucking knocking that over!
Vance, this is distracting. I'm sorry.
Vance, come on, dude.
It's alright. It's alright.
Apologize for everything, but you'll just apologize for that too. It kind of defeats the purpose.
Stop apologizing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right.
Man, he could probably get himself in like an endless loop, like apologizing for apologizing for apologizing, like over and over and over again.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Like, I'm sorry for that, and then now I'm sorry for apologizing, and I'm sorry for apologizing, and I'm sorry.
Like, blows up like a scam.
Oh, you could get that going. You should do that with a scammer. See how long they can follow you. Be like, if you can keep up, I will accept your shit. And then you run into a Canadian scammer.
I don't think such a thing.
I don't think so either, but, you know.
Okay, so after combat, it's those, right, so that dude running up on you, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. That guy has a dash to get up to you, so one double attack on you. Have you done any reckless or anything? Or you're not at max hit points, correct?
Yeah, if you damage both me in combat, yeah.
I know I got one hit on combat, and I know I got one hit on you.
Okay.
Was that the first one? I thought I got a second.
The first one missed, second stab hit you.
Yeah. So
I thought there was another attack.
And then the third attack on you hit you. Okay, so first attack on you, Kolvok misses, even with advantage. And second attack misses, even with advantage. I just can't roll fucking double digits tonight, apparently.
I would say I'm sorry, but...
Hey man, sometimes guys are just a fucking cakewalk. These dudes were just sitting in this room, being lazy motherfuckers, watching over complicit ass fucking slaves. Like they weren't expecting you guys. Like they must not have been told that intruders were here, or when they were told, they were just like, man, they ain't gonna make it in here.
The boys will take care of them. And I'm not raging right now, so that's also kind of like, eh. That's why I would have said sorry, but I'm not raging. So.
No, it's understandable. I understand trying to appropriately conserve your resources. So, 2 of them attacked, 2 of them ran up. That's their turns. So next, it is the priestly-looking one. Guess I should have looked at these spells a little bit. Which one of these? Hey! Fuckface!
He doesn't have anything yet, dummy. Jeez.
Guess there's that one. I know how that one works. Yeah, Kolvok, make me a wisdom save.
Uh-oh.
Negative of it.
He forgets how to think and gets pissed off about it.
What's a wisdom one again?
Wisdom save. So saves are sudden effects so wisdom saves are stuff that are influencing your mind. So potential spells that an enemy might use on you to make you friendly to them and be like, hey, you don't hate me. You hate the dudes you've been adventuring with. Kill them, not me. So that would be a wisdom save. Whatever spell is being cast on Kolvok currently is a wisdom save. And we might find out what its effects from that expletive I just heard from my brother. What'd you get?
So I'm guessing that's a d20 plus your wisdom modifier?
Wisdom modifier, and if you are proficient in wisdom saving throws, which is like sorcerers, wizards, clerics. Kolvok, however, is not. The barbarians are not strong of mind, they are strong of body. So, Kolvok, after you eviscerate that one dude, throw him off to the side, and those 2 rush you. The one makes attacks at you. You dodge the first attack, and then get hit by the second attack. You look at him with fury, getting ready to reel back your sword and swing down on this dude in retribution. When you just feel your body lock up, and you are paralyzed, I believe. Let me look at the spell real quick. She used hold person on you. Hold person, humanoid, within range, wisdom save. Yep, you are paralyzed for the duration. So, well, you can't actually see this at the moment. Shadow? Ooh, that's too bad.
What's up?
I was gonna say, if your character had seen the spell cast, you understand the nature of concentration. Like when you're casting fly on a buddy, if someone hits you, your buddy has the potential of falling off. So if you had seen that wizard cast that spell, you would know, if I attack the wizard, I have the potential of unlocking Kolvok stickiness, but you're around a corner right now, so you wouldn't see that spell casting. You might be able to come around the corner and notice that Kolvok's frozen up, but that's kind of iffy. Yes, you can still talk.
I usually target freaking wizards first anyway, so.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Alright,
we can be vicious,
Alright, so next would be Boar. You are around the corner as well with Shadow, so you don't have a clear line of sight on the bat. You can kind of see Kolvok, who just got attacked by a dude, and seems like he's it seems like he's striking a pose for some weird reason in the middle of combat. But yes, Boar, what would you like to do?
Can I see the wizard myself? And if I hit him,
from where you are now, no, you cannot see the spellcaster. And you're again, like I said with Shadow, your character didn't see the hand wave motions and stuff. So you can't easily associate, like, attack that person to get the lock off. Like Shadow said, I'm a wizard, my focus is on other wizards. The melee people can take care of melees. Like, that makes sense to me. But at the same time, you're also an archer, so you being like, yeah, I'm gonna hit the people in the back, also makes sense to me.
Okay, so the only reason I was just saying that, I was wondering if, like, I hit him, if it would break the spell or something.
Potentially. When you damage wizards who are using spells that they have to focus on, that taking of damage can break their concentration on that spell. No, she's back near the stairs.
We don't get near the melees.
Fred's turn's next, right?
No, it is currently your turn. Then it's going to be...
No, but he's after me.
In terms of friendlies, yes, Shadow is after you, but one more group of enemies goes before him. I don't think they really matter in this fight, though. Kolvok already eviscerated one of them in one attack.
I guess I'll just try to go after the closer ones and leave the wizard to Fred.
Alright, so you can come around the corner and you can see there are two guys on Kolvok. Like I said, he seems to weirdly be striking a pose in the middle of combat. And then you can see combat ahead also engaged with two targets. And then there are two targets farther in the room. So, do you want to attack the two? One of the two on Kolvok, one arrow on both of the two on Kolvok, or do something similar with the ones on combat?
It looks like I have a better line of sight right to the guy that's near combat, right?
Yeah, you definitely have.
Yeah. I'll shoot at that one first.
Okay. That's true. That's true. Your character is built on longevity's sake. There's literally 14. There's first attack 14. Yep, yeah. That'll do it.
Damage is 7.
Damage is 7 on. So Kolvok already attacked that one, so that one is fresh. So 7 on that guy. Second attack.
15.
15 to hit. Yep, that'll do it.
That's only 2 damage.
Plus your dexterity modifier.
Oh yeah, so 7. Yeah, probably. I keep forgetting this thing at the beginning. I'm sorry, guys.
12 and 7, so 19. Not bad. Well, yeah. Let me do what I did with Kolvok. You were just on the cusp of killing that guy, so I'm gonna have him make a Constitution saving throw. And yep, your fucking 2 arrows plant in the dude and kill him.
Nice.
Sometimes when you guys are like within like 2 damage, I'm just like, I don't want to make you waste another attack when this guy's just barely hanging on. Okay, so that dude is dead in his attacks. Right. He's like a Fallout character. When you look real close, he's fucking just like being real still, but you'll see his eyes blink every once in a while. And then no, that's when he'll stand up and start going about his day normally. Be like, well, now I can't fake it anymore. It's like, what? Whoa, hold on a minute. Alright. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. That guy rushes from the back of the room to try to help his friends. But he's probably not going to do any good. Wait, did I looked at the wrong health for those guys, didn't I? Oh yeah, never mind. That dude actually had more than just 2 hit points. I'm sorry, he's still standing. My apologies. Alright. I'm sorry, it was the fodder I was thinking of, but that guy was not fodder. So that dude, Shadow, 'tis your turn.
Oh, righty then. How many enemies we got left? I'm trying to see the screen. I'm not quite sure what I'm looking at here.
Alright, so you got 2 in front of Kolvak, 2 engaged with combat, 1 guy here rushing to get into the fray, and then the wizardly person here at the back. I mean, you gotta kind of step forward around the corner to see all these individuals, but yeah.
And where is the combat?
Combat is here.
Or not combat, I'm sorry, Boar.
Boar is here in the hallway with you.
Alright. I am going to cast Fly 4.
On you and Boar?
And I'm going to take off a little bit. I'm going to touch Boar and tell him to think happy thoughts.
So do you want to fly into the room then, Shadow?
Yeah, I'm going to fly, because fly is an action, right? I can't, like...
Yes, to cast a spell, fly, yes, is your action.
Yes, that's what I thought. Alright, I want to fly, like, basically, I guess, in that doorway looking, like, area, so I can get a...
This thing in the center?
No, just outside the hallway.
Okay. Kind of where Kolvak is?
Yeah, I want to fly so I can get, like, eyes.
15, 20.
Would I see the mage from there, or is that thing blocking me, whatever the hell that is in the center?
That, if you go up, like, use, like, 10 feet of your fly speed to go up, even, like, you could... I would say the hallway is 10 feet high, but the room is 30 feet high. So you've only used 5, 10, 15 of your fly speed, and then you've already used 5 feet of movement to get next to Boar. So you've used 20 feet up so far.
Alright, so then I want to go into the room and high enough that I can see the battlefield.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, gotcha. Yeah, cha.
Wait, Fred flew where? Sorry, I missed that last part.
He flew
I am
into
just
the room.
in the room, and I flew high enough so I can see the whole field.
Alrighty, so, is that it?
I will end my turn.
Alright, we are back to the top with Kolvak.
Do you have another flying stand?
Yeah, we have 2.
Because the board is flying.
He's still on the ground. He has to use his movement to actually get some elevation, but
Ah, yes, that's right. Better think them happy thoughts.
Okay, what
We're
did you
going
say,
to
Kovac?
Neverland.
End of turn. Well, okay, so you're paralyzed. Yeah, sorry. Let me look at the paralyzed condition. I'm not quite sure exactly what all you can and can't do. Okay. Paralyzed creature is incapacitated, so incapacitated creature can't take actions or reactions. Alright, so that makes sense. You automatically fail strength and dex saves. Attack rolls against you have advantage. Any attack within 5 feet is a critical. Oh, what? Yeah, you can do a bonus action. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. It's just like, flex it off! Alright. So, at the end of your turn, go ahead, make a wisdom saving throw. Yep. Alright, combat. Your
You're
turn.
going to be hanging out.
You guys
Yeah, I did pay attention. You never told me you were going to bed early.
yeah, I'll attack the nearest guy.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Wait a minute. Shit. Yeah.
18.
19 to hit.
Well, 18.
18, yeah.
Yeah, and then 19.
19 damage or 19 to hit?
19 to hit.
Okay, yeah, both of those will hit.
Then 22.
Yep, that'll hit as well.
Oh no, that's not right. That's right. 32 damage altogether.
Alright, what was the damage for the first attack? If you remember.
11.
11. Okay, so 21. So your first punch finishes off the dude who took, I kind of messed up on my bookkeeping. I forgot that you were the first one to attack one of these hammer using guys. So I thought when Boar shot arrows, he was shooting at a fresh target, but he wasn't shooting at his fresh target. He was shooting at a guy you had already hit. So you only need one punch to finish that one dude off. So the rest of the damage, 21 damage, goes to the other guy. So combat, you now have one dude in front of you. And now it is Coral Smashers. If that's all you wish to do, combat.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Get out of here. Get out of here. No, get my sandwich. My sandwich. Alrighty. Oh man. Sorry about this, Kolbach. And because you're paralyzed, they're auto crits. No, raging was probably a good thing.
Misses. Nothing compared to him already dying, so.
Alright, 8 damage on the first strike. $13 damage on the second strike.
Oh, do. What is that? Oh, that's an envelope?
13 on the third strike. One more. I would say Stone's Endurance hits before rage damage. Or rage having. Because I feel like that's how you can get the most out of that most of the time. Because most of the time it's like, if I hit you with 1 die of damage and you cut that in half and then you try to Stone's Endurance it, it's like you could end up rolling a 12, adding your Constitution modifier of 5, and it's like, cool, I reduced 17 damage on a 2 damage hit. That was cool. So round it up to 4, so 2 damage. So it's the same no matter what? Math is weird.
I guess.
Alright, so 2 damage, 13 damage, and 8 damage. Final attack.
Yep.
15 damage on the final strike.
Bringing out more.
Yep. I think before, but I'm not a mathematician. I'm sure the way the math works out, it doesn't matter. 3. 16 and a half will be 8 reduced by... No, yeah, definitely do it the other way. Yes, I'm sure. That seems like the best way for me to ensure that you actually take some damage. Alright, so those were 4 attacks on you. Now, 2 attacks on combat. First attack. Shit, natural 20. Thankfully I rolled low. 7 points of damage on the first strike. And then second attack. 11 points of damage. So, after that, 'tis the priest's turn.
I need a pee.
All right, the priestly looking one sees you, Shadow, fly into the room and start heading up. Focuses her attention on you. She's gonna send a blast of somewhat holy energy, which is strange for these vicious creatures, but I don't think she's gonna hit though. 13 armor class.
Hold on. Nope. I'm 17 now. Yep. I have no idea. Some upgrade shit. Level up thing. I have 17 written down now.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, he's got dragon scales, which provide him with natural armor, I believe it is.
I used to be 13.
Okay, so that will miss you. You'll slip out of the way with your flying ways. You are a dragon in the sky, and you will not be hindered by those who live their lives on the ground.
You puny peasants.
Next would be Boar. So you feel that familiar weightless sensation in your deep in your belly that has appeared with you before, Boar, when Shadow has casted a spell which no longer hinders you from the effects of gravity. What would you like to do?
Think happy thoughts.
So I'm already in the air.
No, you have to use movement to adjust your elevation and shit.
How far with a turn can I go? Because Fred.
You can go
twice.
You can go forward 60 feet, but you'll still be like right above the ground, hovering in a sense. So if you want to change your elevation, you have to use that. Like, you can go 60 feet up right now, or you can go 60 feet forward, or you can go 30 feet forward and 30 feet up.
Yeah, let's do that.
Alrighty.
And that's my turn, right? So now if I'm next to Fred...
No, that's your movement. So you still have your action. So if you wanted to fire down on people, I will say
it's
you get...
my action that allows you to fly.
Yes.
Okay, alright.
Yes, Shadow used his action to give you this ability. God damn it.
I got you, mofo.
I'll fly over to close to Fred.
Fly next to Shadow, right above Kolvok.
What's up?
Kill's still stuck, right?
Yes, he is still frozen up by magical effects.
So right below us is Kolvok and one other enemy, and to the right is combat and one more enemy.
So directly below you is Kolvok, who is engaged with two opponents, and just ahead of you by about 20 feet is combat, engaged with a single enemy.
So where that marking is over by combat, it looks like a 2 and a weird number in that square.
Right here.
Wait for the delay.
Don't worry about the letters I wrote. That was for me to keep reference of
right
where
there.
everybody's position was before this started.
So in front of your finger, is that combat, or is that the bad guy?
Yes, the black circled guy is combat, and then in front of him is an enemy.
I'm gonna aim for the guy to his left.
Okay.
And he has already been hit by combat, right?
That guy, yes, a couple times.
Okay. That's 7. So 18 plus damage, 7. So 18 and damage is 7 for the first attack.
Alright, still up.
Well, that one sucked. I only got a 15. 4.
That will still hit. 4 damage.
Sorry, 9.
Alright, yep. You sent 2 arrows down at the guy next to combat and take him out. What? Wow, okay. Alright. So, next would be that guy. I think he'll rush on to combat. And how many attacks has this guy got? He got 2 attacks. Gonna make 2 spear attacks at you, combat. You got the shark plant? Yep, he has some blood frenzy, so he's got the advantage because you're not full health. First one will hit. Second one will not. So, combat, you will take 6 points of piercing damage. Yep. I don't see why we would. Well, I don't see why me and most of the people playing this game would need to cross the border, seeing as we're already in fucking America. But hey, that's just me, man. And I don't think a lot of Americans are considering going down to Mexico.
No.
We barely do the jobs in our own fucking country, so. That was that dude. Shadow, it is your turn. Shadow?
I forgot I was muted. Sorry, I was watching an advertisement for a pen. Anyway. I like my pens. Alright, I'm going to do Scorching Ray on the, Wasanda.
On the what?
Wizard.
Gotcha.
Natural 20.
What spell? Wait,
21.
what spell are you doing again?
I'm sorry?
What spell are you doing again?
Scorching Ray.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, yep, that one will definitely hit.
I got natural 20, 21, and 19.
Yep, all 3 of those will hit.
Seven. 13. 19.
Hit her with 3 blasts of fiery energy. 19, you said.
Fred.
What?
bend the mic a little bit away.
Damn it, man. I moved the mic too far. I moved the mic up too close. You feel like a woman.
Hey, RJ even said the same thing. That was the only complaint about those headphones, is the mic just ends up close to your mouth when you pull it out.
Alright. Hit it with the 3 blasts. It's still alive, and it manages to maintain concentration on its spell that is locking up your poor barbarian.
He apologized. Sorry.
Damn it! The loop begins.
Back to the top, Kolbach. I suppose you don't have any other bonuses, right? Bonus actions? Nope, no reactions. Oh, okay. So just take 10 more damage.
These pens are fascinating. I had to go.
Huh? I thought it was 15, reduced to 10, and then that 5 was cut in half.
It cut in half and it been 8. I took 3. So 5 damage, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So if you don't have any bonus action, just make a wisdom. The spell on you? No, with a natural 1, no. No.
Okay, alright, carry on.
Alright. Combat is your turn. Guy just ran up on you. And Kolbach has still got 2 dudes right on top of him taking advantage of his... What?
I took damage, so I still got range.
Yes.
Okay, alright.
I ate it, dude. Combat, your turn. One guy in front of you, Kolbach is still engaged with 2 dudes who are taking advantage of the fact that he can't fucking move. What would you like to do?
I'll move up a bit.
Alright, you can shift, thankfully. Potentially the dude that just ran up on you will have flanking. As you try to shift to help Kolbach, but Kolbach is like gonna die pretty quickly if those guys keep fucking him up like that. So,
Did the guy that ran up bring any damage?
no, he is fresh and so clean.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let me attack the guy through attack.
Okay.
So 23.
23, that'll hit.
23.
That'll hit. 19, that'll hit. 16 damage altogether on one of the dudes. He's still standing because those guys that have been attacking Kolbach are fresh so far, except for that dude you've just now hit. Would you like to charge a key point, go for a 4th attack, or just pass?
Yeah.
22, yep.
10.
10 more damage. Alright, 26. Not bad. He's definitely fucked up from that. Still standing, but he messed up.
Alright, so that was combat. So we are now to those guys. My guy's going to make a wisdom saving throw to see if he, in his similar sort of barbarian kind of rage that your Kolvok friend goes by, these sort of fishy guys kind of have the same sort of primitive sense. So I'm going to see if the dude you just attacked combat is going to try to turn and strike on you. Yeah, he failed his wisdom save, so he doesn't like the fact that you just came up behind him. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. That was a mess up on my part. I didn't notice the spacing. That dude was actually 5 feet away. You would have had to step away from that soft wagon, but I'm going to allow it. That dude didn't take his opportunity attack on you because he's just dumb like the gods are. So, combat's those guys. That guy turning on you, combat. He's going to make 2 attacks on you. First one's going to hit. Second one is not gonna hit. Fucking 1 and a 2. Hey, quit it. Quit bullshit, dog. Alright, so on the 1 hit, that is gonna be 8 points of bludgeoning damage as he hits you with his hammer. And then the one dude that was not attacked by combat is going to attack Kolvok. First one's gonna hit, critical. Second one's gonna hit, also a critical, because you're paralyzed. So, 16 damage on 1 strike, and then plus 3, 11 on the second strike. Alrighty. Is this Sheldon? What? What is Sheldon? What? Huh? Alrighty. But there's a D at the end. Sheldon. I mean, it's trolls. I don't think you'll ever truly understand their logic, but that's just me. Right? It was a typo. Okay. So, the wizardly type is now their turn. So they're going to go for... Yeah, they're going to go for another magical strike. I think this time... yeah, I think she would keep her focus on Shadow. So yeah, she's gonna blast you, try to blast you in the air. Shadow! That's, yeah, that's gonna hit. Alright, Shadow, you take 12 points of radiant damage as the priestly wizard individual deeper in the room sends out this arcanic blast at you, and as it hits you, kind of highlights you in this blue light that kind of glows around the silhouette of your character's form. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw to see if you can maintain your flying spell. DC 10.
DC 10.
Yes, the difficulty class is 10, so if you meet or exceed 10, you maintain concentration on your spell. So the way concentration works is when you take damage, you make a Constitution saving throw, and the DC is 10 or half the damage, whichever is higher. So in this case, you took 12 damage, half of 12 is 6, so we go with the 10 DC.
Gotcha. I rolled 15.
All right, you and Boar are staying up in the air. So that was the priest. So now
Sorry, me.
is what?
Not you.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So now it is Boar's turn. There are still 2 dudes engaged with Kolvak. Combat has stepped up to help him, but in his pursuit to help Kolvak, Combat has stepped away from a free target. What would you like to do, Boar?
I guess I'll attack the guy to our left.
Do you want to attack one of the 2 dudes on Kolvak or the dude just behind Combat?
Because I'm closer to the bottom of the screen, right?
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
So you are here. I know it'll take a while to get there. And then just below you is Kolvak, and then next to you is Shadow. So these 2 guys right here are the guys who have been messing Kolvak up. Then Combat just came in behind to support him, and then there is that dude that Combat left behind to try to help Kolvak. And then, of course, the wizardly type that Shadow is trying to deal with in the back of the room.
Kick. Yeah, I'll go for the first guy. What are you pointing to?
So 22, yep, that'll hit. Go ahead, give me the damage on that one. I probably kill this guy.
Huh?
Yeah, go ahead, roll the damage on that attack.
I didn't do that yet.
Oh, sorry, I thought I heard you say 20-something or some shit.
Oh, natural 20.
Alrighty, yeah. Go ahead, roll double the dice. So, like, you normally roll a d8 with your bow, roll 2d8, and then add your dexterity modifier.
Fourteen.
Alrighty. You send your arrow down on the dude Combat was just wailing on. And you hit him just right in the top of the skull, and he falls down dead. So now there's only 1 guy next to Kolvak. So you have a second attack. You can attack that guy.
$16.
16, yep, that'll hit.
Plus a 10.
Alrighty, 10 damage on the second target. So, you have that guy. He's going to come up behind Combat. He will get... flanking doesn't really matter, so... They already got that blood frenzy bullshit, so... First attack on Combat, that's going to hit. Second attack, that's going to miss. So, 1 attack. 9 points of damage to Combat. And now Shadow, it is your turn.
I am gonna crank it up and do a level 3 scorching ray on the wizard.
Very good.
17.
Yep, that'll hit.
12.
12? Yep, that'll hit.
24.
Yep.
And 14.
Yep, that'll do it.
35.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I had nice rolls on that damage.
You
Majority
didn't-
fives.
You didn't even need to attack them last turn. You just needed to attack them this turn with that. So yeah, you send the first blast down. You can see like the blue the colored skin of these fish people kind of turning into a more pink as you get down to the muscle layer. Send down the second blast. You can see like more of the flesh is just tearing away at the heat of your attack. Send down the third blast. You swear you're seeing like bone at this point. Send down the fourth blast, and it just like blasts a hole through the chest of this creature. And as it does, Kolvok, you feel your muscles freed from that atrophy. Grunt 2 is out of the fray. So now, Kolvok, with all that bubbling rage of being held there to take all of that punishment, what would you like to do? Yep, there's still one right on you. $23, yeah. $11 damage. Okay, still standing. Yes, for the natural 20.
Moving.
20 damage?
No.
Jesus. Oh, that one's dead. Yep, Yep, that was your 2 attacks. You can still move, behind the other one to give combat flanking. Let me look at this guy's health. Yeah, so combat, or Kolvok, you run behind this guy, combat with the advantage provided from Kolvok. You guys are easily able to dispatch this guy. He's fodder, so I'm not even going to go through the rest of that round of combat. We will just say you easily dispatch that dude. Nico, come here. No, it should be close. Nico, come here. Come here. You go one. Yeah, you go one. Let it go to the Mexican restaurant. Oh shit, that's right. I totally forgot about that.
Rolling down in the deep.
Alright, so.
Now I'm looking at dice. Hopefully that's better.
Alright, so. Oh.
My thing is, like, a lot of the badass looking ones are like $50 to $100 dollars. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, like between 20 and 30, I think.
I'm looking on this Etsy site, I guess, or something. They got some badass looking ones. But, like, there's an obsidian moon set for like $20. Or, no, but then there's one here, it's like snowflake obsidian hand carved whatever for $58. It says gemstone, snowflake, obsidian, hand carved, nice. Oh, and it also comes with a box.
Alrighty, so all the enemies have just been dispatched in this room, and during the melee, the slaves like shuffled their way out. Some of the lizard men like dived into that stairway in the middle of the room, which is like completely submerged. But the orcs and the hobgoblins like ran past you guys through the hallway. So say something, huh? So yes, what would you guys like to do? Dive into the what? Kolbach, you run over to the water, jump, dive in, and you hit it as if it's solid ice. No, I'm kidding.
He's like, you're done playing, now play with me.
Right. So yes, what would you guys like to do?
So, you said this dude, I don't know.
They're right down the hallway.
There were several slaves that were that had like pickaxes and sledgehammers and such, which seemed to be working the stone of this room, like kind of putting it in shape. You also saw like tiles being lined. They seem to be having like blue tiles put up. So it seemed like this room was kind of like in the middle of construction. These guards were watching the people that were constructing it. But yes, those slaves that you guys had liberated, once the fighting started, like they either like kept out of the way or started getting out of the way. Like even as the fight is sort of finishing up right now, like there are some who are like trying to make their way past you guys. You can stop like a couple of them. Like you can make an opportunity attack on one of them to like trip them. Kolvok can make an opportunity attack to try to take one of them down. But like there are individuals that are gonna get by you guys.
Came down here to save them, but I think we're still hunting for I think a person.
The well.
Well, that's it.
The well has intel potentially on the person you are looking for.
Well, if they're getting out without
I believe we have to keep going down anyway, so
yeah. Let's keep going down and try to find the well.
You guys see a stairwell in this room, but it seems to go down into water.
Yeah.
Probably staircase goes down to water.
Yep.
So we defeated all the ASTs.
The fish people?
It's going down in the deep.
So, you were told by Desmith that the well was on the bottom level and that there are 3 levels. You guys are on the top level. That means there's 2 levels to go down.
None of us have anything. Who has night vision?
You do, Boar does, And Shadow does. You, Kolbach, you don't have night vision, do you? Oh, wait. Do tieflings? Shit. Do tieflings have night vision? I think tieflings have night vision. I can't remember if tieflings have night vision. Did you get a pair of those?
I have.
Shadow's dragons breathe underwater.
Okay, yeah, Shadow has dark vision. Oh, it was Geldon. That's right. Geldon was the other member of your guys' party that didn't have night vision. The cleric. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought that was Shadow that said that. Okay, so, yeah. Stairway leading down leads into water. Otherwise, this room that you guys are currently in, there doesn't seem to be any other exit or entrances other than from where you came from, or the stairway leading down. So, what would you guys like to do?
Can my dragon breathe underwater?
I don't think so.
Fuck yes.
It's
Pafudo Dragon. Pafudo Dragon. Nope. 'Tis not in amphibious.
So I think somebody that has night vision should try to just go down and look around, see about air pockets or something.
yeah. Yeah. So I'll
Agree. I know. I do not have water-related spells.
Do we not have a potion for it, or am I thinking of like when I was playing Oblivion? Because that is also a distinct possibility.
Whatever. Nope.
Yeah, that was a conversation I was trying to get into one time, but I'm ADD as fuck, so I lost track of that. Yes, that was one thing I was trying to bring up, is that's another thing. Your bag of holding is filled with coins and nothing but coins, so shit like scrolls, who's holding on to those? Shit like potions, who's holding on to those? And there was a scroll of fear.
Got Sheldon from the Big Bang Theory.
Ah, I see now. That makes sense. Ah.
Say
Alrighty. So yeah, what are you guys doing currently?
I'm gonna scope it
You
out.
want to search the room for secret doors? You're trying to go down into. Someone wants to go down the stairs, down the water to see how far this goes. Correct?
So, yeah, I'm gonna go down to the water, so I guess you guys search for a door while I'm doing that.
Alrighty. So, the way breath holdery works is, yes, combat, you have more movement speed, but what is your constitution? Your constitution score the big number, I think. Or wait, no, yes, no, the modifier. What's your modifier?
+4.
Your constitution modifier?
No, hold on. Shush.
Well, I want to make you guys a what?
+1.
+1. So you can hold your breath for a minute.
Okay.
Let me check that. But I think that's how it works. No. You are on the top floor of 3. The north side of the pillar or tower fucking thingy. So
We came in at water level of altitude.
about 20 feet. Yes. Shadow, make a intelligence check.
Natural 20.
So yeah, he mentions trying to like, oh, maybe if I get down there I can puncture a hole. You're like, no, dude, like that water level right there is literally the same water level outside. Like this place is truly and utterly sunken into the ocean. Okay, so when you guys were coming towards this room, Shadow's dragon just did a quick scouting. It wanted to find the source of the sound. It found the source of the sound and then came back. One of the things that the dragon passed by and you guys passed by coming to this encounter room that you are currently at, there was a storeroom back a little ways from where you guys came. So you can potentially try to investigate that. Maybe there's some kind of supplies that might help you guys down in water, or maybe there's...
Why would they even need it now?
Well, you saw orcs and hobgoblins who do not have the ability to breathe underwater, so maybe in times when they want their servants to come down, they're like, hey, fucking drink this potion, retard, and come with us. So yeah, what is your guys' course of action? Do you want to go back, investigate that one room you've only done, the dragon has done a quick glance over? Do you guys want to send someone down this room to further investigate potentially what's in the deep, or stay on this level and potentially look for resources before making the plunge?
Control water? Somebody have to
Go to the store. I got that water fucking jug, but that's not gonna control all this water.
Technically, but I think I would put some kind of somewhat of a limitation on it, but I don't know exactly what that would be. I mean, it is the decanter of endless water. That's fair enough. But there are still limitations because you have to take actions to dump finite amounts of water per round or what the fuck ever.
I say we go look at the store. I'll be back when I got the store.
Where's the door, sorry? Yeah, it's like a storage room you're talking about, right? Where in that room is it?
It's not in that room, it's back.
Oh, we have to go back to where we started?
Back along the way that you guys came to get to this room. You guys had the objective of helping these slaves get free. So when Shadow scouted with his dragon, it only did a quick glance into the room and then continued on to find the source of the sound that he and Combat were hearing, or the dragon was hearing. And then when you guys came to free the slaves, you guys just came straight here, so you didn't look in that storeroom either.
Oh, so that's the one we missed last time.
The slaves? What is Combat's languages?
I don't have any. It's just fucking like Elvish, so. Elvish Common.
Shit, what the fuck? What did we pick for your background? Oh, you're a folk hero. Does that one have extra languages? Folk hero. Nope. No extra languages. Wait. You're a monk.
Oh, yeah.
No. He ascends to speaking a language.
You understand, right?
13th level. He can basically speak and be understood by anything he wants. Nah, holy fucking key, angelic language, I would say. Alright, so, going back to the storeroom. Back this up just a little bit. Grab me a marker. Look at my book of knowledging. So I can... Wow! Alright. Wait. I guess I can continue it on this. Maybe I can't. So. Okay, yeah, that doesn't quite work. So this will drop. Okay, so bad up. What the fuck? God damn it, dog.
Back.
can't believe it. Space, flip the spacing up on that. Like, really? It's right there? It's just right there? Okay. So, shit. Oh, where did I put the marker? Damn it, dog.
What?
Boom.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nico? Yep. Okay, store one. 1, 2, do. Alright. You guys head into the stow room. Right. Alright, you guys are in the storeroom. Let me read the description real quick again on this room for you guys. Number 17. This room contains neat piles of hammers, chisels, mining picks, sledgehammers, crowbars, spades, wicker baskets, sacks, and coils of rope. There is also a pile of light blue tiles. Otherwise, the place is empty. What would you guys like to do? Investigate the things further, potentially. See if they have some greater value of some kind, or inspect the room itself for any sort of other suspicious sort of things.
Yes, investigate.
I still want my ice air or ice bow. So
Yeah.
Let's look around. I will find it one.
I'm sorry, I have ideas on that ice bow. I've been developing them in my head. I just haven't written them down to give you as a proper item with
Will it define skills?
Yes, by the end of the campaign you will have an ice bow.
At the very end of the campaign, sir.
You killed the final boss, who
55.
uses a deadly ice bow. It is now yours. All right, who's ready for the next campaign?
There is no game plus. You must start over.
I make my character to be like the grandchild of my old character who inherits that fucking bow.
Nice.
Okay, I accept these terms. I'm just
But
going to
the
destroy that bow
grandchild finds out.
very early in the campaign. Don't get too attached.
The grandchild finds out that the grandparent sold it to make rent.
How do you think we live in this mansion, boy?
That ale just got too strong.
Alrighty. So, those who wish to investigate, please give me an investigation check. That's a D20 plus your intelligence and proficiency bonus if you are proficient in the investigations.
Unnatural 20. Uh-oh.
Perception checks are also available for the less intelligence among you. Just sometimes not every character in the game of D&D is a genius. Sometimes people have sharper senses than they have sharper wit. It's okay, Kolbach. Just look around at things. Yeah, basically, buddy. Okay, so, Shadow, you got an unnatural 20. Anybody else?
Affirmative.
It's supposed to be a D20 plus my intelligence modifier, right?
Yes, unless you are proficient in investigation, then you add your proficiency bonus, which is currently a 4.
But we marked down investigation on my sheet for 5, and then we filled in the circle.
Yeah, what's your intelligence modifier?
It's only 1.
Yeah, so you are proficient in investigation. So you add a +5 to your D20 roll when you're looking around and shit. Because, like, Kolvok, combat, his character isn't really great. I don't think in this circumstance he would be making investigation checks. He would be making perception checks. And I'm not trying to say that combat's character is dumb.
Just not very fast.
No, I'm very fast.
That's what she said.
Oh.
So I got the 7, then plus 1 equals 8, and then I add the 5, right? So I get 13.
No, just +5 to your D20
skip
roll.
that. Okay, I'll skip that. Sorry. So D20 plus. Awesome. Okay, so I got 12.
12, alrighty. So, Kolvok, combat, you guys want to make perception checks?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Alright.
14.
14. Alright, so. Looking around, Shadow, you notice in the.
Right, where's my marker? Where's my marker? There's my marker. Very good, very good. Right in this area, there would appear to be a secret door.
However, there is also a glyph which has been put onto the door to seem to protect it from intrusion. What would you gentlemen like to do?
Say that one more time.
So you found a secret door, what appears to be a secret door in the back wall of the room. However, there appears to be a magical symbol, a glyph of some kind that is also on this wall. You can make a Arcana check if you would like to see what kind of nature this glyph might be.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
27.
27. All right. Yeah, that's This is definitely, if you guys mess with this wall, something bad's going to happen. What exactly that bad thing is, you're not 100% sure on. Like, you could try to push the wall open and a fireball erupts, or you could try to push the wall open and then the person who tried to do it gets frozen there, much like Kolvok was in that battle. There are different effects that a person can put on this particular spell, but you can't quite tell what is the effect they've established with this glyph. You just know it's bad. It's not like you open the door and it fucking sprays fairy farts that smell like lavender fucking fields.
So this is a secret wall we found already?
Yes, a secret door. Sorry.
Relay sets info.
And we found the glyph on the wall, and that's what you said we're testing. Right?
Yes.
I investigated it, yes.
So, you have found the secret wall, but it seems to be protected by some sort of magic. What would you like to do?
Well, first I want to tell them about the magic. I know. I kind of want to dispel it, but
You have dispel magic?
no. That's why I'm not doing it.
Huh?
No, I do not have dispel magic, so I cannot dispel it.
Well, there's always one tried and true way to dispel magic.
Come on!
Trigger it.
Go touch the wall.
Govok, there is magic on the wall. It is bad magic.
Oh! That? I forgot about that. That is a good point. Uncertain.
So what if my character cares more for the dragon?
I think you have paid more gold for your dragon companion than you did to free Kolvok from being a slave.
Exactly. Mushu is very important to me.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, only I say.
I mean, you know, we already resurrected you once, so it's like.
Oh, now? Oh, yeah. Wait, that's more of an investment now. So you have put more money into Kolvok than you have your dragon friend.
But now you're just becoming a handful.
So Kill runs up to the wall and touches it.
You punch the glyph? Alright. You run up, and you just give a nice solid, just like full body, twisting the hips, snapping the knees a little bit, bending them a bit, and just blah! Plant your fist right in the middle of that glyph, right where Shadow showed you where it is.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Nothing.
I'll do whatever fucking
Okay. Do you actually do that?
I mean,
In your sort of pride-oriented, social, sort of established life style of your people and whatnot, I would say you would feel that this Gleph should have been very offended by being punched directly in the face. That should have triggered it in like the literal sense and the pejorative sense of like the modern day meaning of triggered. So you figure whipping out your dick and peeing on it is already like the same escalated level that you've already done. So you're just a little confused at this point.
To me, the magic spell's got to be thinking. So.
Alrighty. So as Kolvok you guys see him punch it and nothing happens. You start to see Kolvok start to fiddle with like his waistband over there in the corner of the room, and as that happens, you guys hear some voices back the direction you guys.
I'm missing everything. Hold on a second.
You hear voices back the way you guys came.
Hold it! Hold it! Hold it!
Pants around your ankles.
We still got the combat.
Yeah.
You're getting a little tired over there, combat.
A little tired. It's alright. I'm fine. Yeah, I would have punched it too, so I don't know.
Shadow, you're pretty sure that opening the door is the trigger.
Wait, it was a door?
Sorry, yes, it was a secret door. My apologies, this always seems to be the problem. It's just a failure to fucking communicate. Well, it's a secret door. Secret door. So it's like you gotta push it to
push it.
Okay, so somebody did open the door? What did I miss here?
No, we didn't.
A lot.
I know.
He tried to punch the glyph on the door, thinking
I got
that would trigger the glyph.
You said nothing happens, and then what happened after that?
Kolvok started fiddling with his waistband of his loincloth, preparing to piss upon the glyph, and as he's doing that, you guys hear at the like the entrance of the, or well, I guess you guys have kind of been searching around, so I'm gonna put Shadow near the glyph because he's the one that noticed it. Yeah.
And Kolvok's pissing on the door.
Yes. There isn't a knob. Yes, it is a door, but it's not an obvious door because it's a secret door. It wouldn't be a secret door if you walk into the room, you're like, hey, there's a doorknob over there, let me go fucking open that. And it's like, hey, look, all their fucking treasures in here. What a bunch of fucking idiots.
You better not get splashbacks on my rope.
I'm sorry. But even if you're not trying to fucking, You guys hear some shit back the way you guys came as you're beginning to investigate the fucking glyph. Whether fucking Kolvok tries to piss on it or not, you hear shit back the way you guys came. What would you like to do?
Open the door.
The secret door?
I mean, yeah.
Can we just open it, or is there something we have to do?
Okay, yes. Kolvok? So, you hear voices back the way you came. You want to open the magically trapped door.
Oh, yeah. I was hoping if I could do that on the first.
Okay, so alright, so I'm gonna need Kolvok, Shadow, and Boar to make. Okay, so before Kolvok opens the door, is anyone moving away from him?
I would have told them to stand back and leave the fireballs.
A fireball's length? Not possible in this room.
A half a fireball's length? Whatever would be the.
What's the radius of a fireball, Shadow? 30 feet?
Yep.
Oh.
I believe it's 30. Give me a second now. Fireball is.
It doesn't
20
say
feet
what
radius.
the spells are, it just says the.
20 feet. 20-foot radius.
Great. Kolvok, make a dexterity saving throw. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, you take 15 points of cold damage. As a cold wave of energy erupts. Yes. That's half damage. So yes, a burst of cold, wintry energy erupts from the door as you open it. Alright, so after you open the door is when you guys hear voices back the way you came. What would you guys like to do?
Hear voices back where we came from?
Mm-hmm.
But the door is open.
Yes, the secret door is open. So potentially you guys could just dip in there, try to hide there. Maybe they don't think to check the secret room for enemies because they figure the enemies aren't going to find the secret door.
So wait, I mean,
Except for if they do come in this room and see the fact that the glyph is gone, then they're probably going to check it out. So there is that risk.
hey, maybe they think everybody got taken out of that fire.
You mean the cold wave? Then,
Oh, that's right.
yeah. They'd probably expect to see your guys' frozen bodies there.
I have resistance against that also. Is that?
Against cold?
Yes.
It's kind of what I thought. So yeah. So 8. So yeah, 15 rounded up, cut in half, 8 damage. Then you reduced it by the stone's endurance if you still wish to. Eight. No, it was 15 because you succeeded. Then resistance would reduce it to 8.
Okay, so yeah. No, stop it. 6 extra damage. No. Yeah. Okay.
Alright, so, you hear the voices, what would you guys like to do? Kolbach has set off the trap, the door is open, you're hearing voices back the way you came. What would you guys like to do?
Can we identify what kind of voice or like what they're saying, or is it just like a faint?
If you would like to make a perception check, yes, you can try.
Eventually, when I have time, I'm going to sit down with all my notes and just make my whole move sheet so that I don't keep having to split through this. Persuasion and perception. We want a perception check, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a d20 plus 4 plus 3. My wisdom mod equals 7. Gotcha. 16.
16. Alright, yeah, listening to the words, it's definitely a language you do not, know. It's not Elven or Undercommon or, Common, but, even though it's not a language you recognize, it definitely sounds, similar to the sorts of language that you've been hearing from these fish creatures that have been you guys have been dealing with the last couple days.
So it sounds like a fish official.
Yes. Similar guttural, kind of like almost like they're speaking out of their throats because these are creatures with gills, so like it comes out of there and their mouth a little bit at the same time. So they have like this strange, like these strange ways of, it seems, to say certain words that like you or Kolvok or Shadow literally could not like reproduce those same sounds.
Sounds like they're drowning or they're taking a hit from a dog.
Yeah, yeah. So, yes, that's what you hear. What would you guys like to do? I imagine you relay that to the rest of the guys. It's like, hey, it sounds like more fishy people.
That's just fishy.
So if we head down or into this door, is there a way that we can close it behind us?
Yes.
Okay, I vote to do that because they're obviously coming to where in our direction. If they came from where we came from, they're coming after us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. You guys are bald.
Nice, bro.
So let's go through then.
Do it.
Let everybody through. Close the door behind me, but I stay outside. Close the door inside. Stay inside.
Alrighty.
I don't let shadows see me. Only if you want to play, I guess. But that actually could be a good idea. Or not. I'll leave that choice up to you. So you still use it if potential camera while we're running. We sit in this room. We actually
True.
How long is it to see the I mean, assuming that you know that honestly the first way they probably would go down. Safe.
So that's the dragon, the last one is the room there.
Okay, so corridors are 15 feet high, and the room. Yeah, it says there's exceptions on certain rooms. I fucked up in that particular room, but I don't give a shit. 20. It's 20 feet in this room.
So if we get into trouble,
And the other room that the storm.
concentration, does the dragon like get injured or something? What happens to that? Oh, that's so cool. And how much did you pay for this, Fred?
It's just a spell.
Well, he did. He paid for the item that the pseudo dragon is attached to, which was like 5,000 gold, maybe. It was either 5,000 gold or 500 gold. I can't remember which. Well, it's an item that has Find Familiar embedded into it. Alright. This plain room contains several items of interest. A leather cloak hangs on a peg on the wall to your right. Opposite the cloak, propped against the east wall, stands a full suit of human-sized plate armor. A heap of chainmail lies at the foot of the armor. Farther into the room, 3 shields are piled on the floor. Finally, a coffer lies at the far end of the room, its lid closed.
Shadow.
Yes.
I'll stay next to the doorway. Just watch for just to maybe say, oh god, they're gonna break in the door.
So you mean you're watching the door to make sure fishy people aren't coming in to attack you?
Yeah, I mean, I could, like, hold on to the door knob, pull that practically open. Door locked.
I imagine it's it's got like a pivot sort of bar in the center of it, and you push on one side, and two sides swing out of position in a sense.
Oh, weird.
Do it.
All right, so
I want to go look at the coffer.
Yes, yes.
Maybe my bow is on the coffer.
all right, so you approach the coffer, and you take a quick glance on it. Take a quick glance at it, unless you want to take a further glance at it. But you put your hand on top of it. Try to give it a quick see if it'll open up. It appears to be locked, and thankfully your hand doesn't stick to it. It doesn't appear to be a mimic either. So it does appear locked. If you would like to make an investigation check, you may, to see if it's got anything suspicious about it potentially.
Let's do that again. So that's my. So that's the D20 and what again? Sorry.
D20 plus 5, I believe, was your investigation bonus.
$16.
16. All right. Upon further inspection, you notice that this chest is, in fact, trapped. There's a thrusting blade that will sneak out and bite you when you try to pick the lock. But you can attempt to disarm the lock. I mean, you guys are so far into this campaign, I would imagine that I don't care if no one's even bought it. I would say that someone has a lock-picking kit tool, so someone can make a sleight of hand check to try to pick the lock if they would like. Or they can just send the blunt instrument to just stabby. But at the same time, there is the threat that when he goes stabby, he's stabby the things that are inside it as well.
You motherfuckers. Yeah.
Anybody want to try to pick lock?
Sure.
I'll just open up.
Unless you kill it.
Well, like, he's going to use strength, and him using strength has the potential of things getting ruined.
No, well, if you use strength, they might hear us.
I don't think I can pick locks, right?
Anyone can attempt. It's just if you don't. What?
Tools and sleight of hand, right? That's all you need.
It's sleight of hand or thieves' tools, but if you're not proficient in either, then it's just your dexterity.
Oh. Okay. Target. Just open it.
Just open it.
Not like forcefully, you know, I mean, yeah.
It's locked. the blade reacts to people trying to pick the lock. Nika! Nika!
Oh, so it's like booby trap? Is that what you mean?
Yes.
So if we try to pick the lock, we can get ourselves hurt. Okay, so he said there was a cloak, a chain armor, and 3 shields in the room.
Yes.
Maybe. So it's like a cloak, like meaning like a wizard robe thing, right? Or like a poncho.
A cape with a hood.
Okay, so there wouldn't be like pockets in there, huh?
Not quite.
I don't know. Anybody else got any ideas? And sorry about that stupid thing with I got written down as an intelligence check as a D20 plus the investigation thing, which is my proficiency or my highlighted one here. So an investigation check is just the same. It's just a D20 plus 5. So the intelligence and investigation is the same thing.
It depends on the situation. Like, if you are in this situation, you guys were looking for a secret door. That's an investigation check. So that's your intelligence plus your proficiency bonus. Your intelligence is 1. Your proficiency bonus is 4. So that's a plus 4. But if you guys came upon like some obscure, like some arcane riddle or something like that, like some history, like or imagery depicting some ancient battle, and you wanted to make a history check or an arcana check in one of those situations, that's your intelligence again. But you don't have proficiency like Shadow has in those, because he's a wizard. He's trained in like knowing knowledge about those kind of things, versus you, who's a ranger, who's more trained in like the nature and sneaky stuff. So your proficiency bonus reflects your training and the just sort of the choices you've made with your character, so that if you ever played a ranger again, you don't play the same ranger. You can pick different proficiencies to reflect your character's sort of interests in the game
that's
world
what
and
I
such.
got my notes mixed up then. So yeah, the intelligence check is the D20 plus my proficiency bonus, which is plus 4. And then the investigation one is the D20 plus my investigation, which is the plus 5.
Yes, which is your intelligence modifier of 1 plus your proficiency bonus of 4.
Perfect. Sorry, I was just fixing my notes here.
The plus 4 to one of those, yeah, when you're skilled at the thing you're trying to do. Alright, so, does someone want to attempt to pick the lock, or Kolvok, were you trying to rip it open?
What was the
Dexterity.
with tools or no?
Yes, you have to use thieves' tools. You can't pick a lock with your giant Goliath finger.
What was the negative? 9 to that or
There's no real negative. I mean, there's the potential you roll a natural 1 and you break the pieces off inside of the lock, and now you can't pick the lock anymore because there's these metal pieces that you can't get out of there. So there is that risk, but there's no like negative bonus to your roll. You just don't get your proficiency bonus to it. Not being proficient in sleight of hand or thieves' tools. So you are less likely to succeed. because you don't have an extra 20% modifier. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Versus if you try to rip the lid off with your athletics, you're using your strength and your proficiency.
Yeah. I mean, obviously.
But depending on how you wanted to do that, the contents might, like if you're just like holding it in the air and decide to do it, then yes, there's a potential like you rip that off, but all this shit inside of it might come spilling out, and depending on what it is destroyed now. Or if you're like, yeah, I put it down on the ground, like grasp it with my feet, and then like talon claw with both hands and try to rip it out, I'd be like, yeah, I don't think that, like, the shit might shake around a little bit, but I don't think it's gonna go flying everywhere.
Yeah, like I said, I got a +4 to sleight of hand.
+4 on his dexterity. Anybody got sleight of hand proficiency?
That is I.
Oh, you have proficiency in it? Wow.
What?
You have proficiency in sleight of hand?
Oh, wait.
Do you have a 4 dex?
Oh, never mind. It's combat.
Yeah.
He's got it.
Well, I got +5 dex. Is that sleight of hand too?
So, what was your bonus combat?
Sleight of hand.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so you have a dex of 5, so yeah, +9. So yes. Go ahead.
Oops.
Roll
I think he said 4. I said 5.
He has proficiency.
Oh, okay.
It's better
I
than
would
he
know
did.
if I was or not. I don't think it's...
Yeah,
I don't believe you are.
I got 22.
22. All right. So you were able to disarm the trap set to the lock. So now you can attempt to pick the lock without getting stabby. So go ahead and make another sleight of hand check. 24. All right. Yep. You pop the top.
And a nice one. Okay.
Wait, is it unlocked? Here. Okay. All right. All right.
Page 4.
Okay.
Yes. You open up, and inside there are 12 glass bottles with. Let me look at the Dungeon Master's Guide to see how they describe these fucking things exactly. You kind of pull one of the bottles out, or you pull like kind of a couple of them out just to like look if they're the same thing or different, and it seems like they're all the same. It's a cloudy green fluid. You quickly pop the top, give it a quick little smell. It smells like the ocean, which is like, you're like, does it smell like the ocean, or is it the fact that I'm on the water plane and maybe everything smells like the ocean? And it looks like there's inside there's like a jellyfish-shaped bubble just like floating inside of it.
Cool. Does it taste like seaweed?
Yeah, sure. You grab it from him and give it a quick taste, and yeah, it's got a very briny briny, oceany, kind of fermented, watery kind of taste.
Kill children.
What's the worst you can do? Kill me? No. Yeah.
And when you kind of get that oceany taste, like you just you feel like you'd be really at home in water.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Okay.
So
Officer Rabbit here, or Officer Rabbit and I are gonna see if you well you drink the whole bag.
Is there anything else in there?
Why?
It's just the bottles.
Why you gotta be a douche dog? Alrighty. So. Alrighty then. So, as you guys discover those 12 bottles in the coffers, and inspecting all 12, they appear to be the same greenish color with that same sort of jellyfish air bubble inside of it. Shadow, if you would like to make an Arcana check on what these bottles might be, you can do so. Or unless you are swapping your senses to the dragon at this moment.
Which, I mean, to be honest,
Swap.
we were smart. A smart party. Who's are? Water money, babies. They know about secret rules.
Watch it be like they're youngins. Gross. You drank their children.
Nico! God damn it, dog! Stop it!
Has the dragon seen anything yet?
Okay, yeah, so Shadow, as you switch your senses over to the dragon, overwatching this room, okay, let me look, so... Alright, so... Dragon off in the back corner, getting Overwatch over the room. It sees 3 fishy men yielding spears come just inside the perimeter of this room. So those 3. Yeah, that's all good. That's all good. Let me look at some things real quick. Yeah, nothing real fucking matter. Okay, so yes, these 3 coming here. And all right, so one of them kind of narrows his eyes towards where the secret door is, and he kind of motions with his weapon towards the secret door. Shadow, what would you like to do? You can still speak to your friends even though your senses are going through, looking and hearing through your dragon. You can still speak to your friends. What would you like to do?
We've got company.
Yeah, you see the three, you see the one making motions towards the secret door, and the other two, like, look in that direction. So, we're not quite going into initiative, but I'm kind of doing a bit of a, like, turn-based stuff as time begins to slow as the potential for combat narrows.
Hey, Shadow. What about distraction with your dragon? Even if it's temporary, we can point the shit at him.
Yeah, I can do so.
The further you can get it back,
Do that.
whatever gets it out of the room, after that, we'll just fucking plow out and charge that room.
I like it.
Yeah, that's a lot of chances for this. It's actually fucking good. We can get like behind us, so we're not possibly trigger something else. But yeah, I think it should be simple enough for you to at least like, something with somebody who's double dead. You're trying to make noise and fucking that shit out. Fuck yeah, you can follow it also. Maybe that's a normal thing to see. Question,
Little dragon on the plane of water. Who knows how common that is?
yeah, I mean, I guess it's, if anything, it's like either a black dragon or a fucking water or a fire dragon. This master is. But yeah. Probably just floats away the options. I think it's mostly somebody's at least not to see any fucking thing yet.
So you guys, I'm allowing you guys to plan out this, but because, I mean, like, we're writing a story, essentially, and sometimes a writer gets to sit back and be like, you know what, let me think about this for, like, a couple days before I actually decide what to do. But, so, like, we can scale it back in a sense that, like, yes, like, you guys are not having this conversation in this moment, because if you were, those dudes would be on the secret door, and they'd open it, and they'd be attacking you guys at this moment. So, yes, you guys can sort of plot some courses of action, but things will need to happen quickly, and there are certain coordinations that you guys can't exactly pull off in this moment in the quick heat of trying to get something done.
I don't think we were getting that detailed yet.
No. I wasn't trying to say that you guys were, but just keep that in mind.
Yeah,
I suppose.
Detailed battle plan. Yeah, I was thinking
yeah, but yes. So, Shadow, you see those three. They appear to They appear to be turning their direction towards the secret door where you guys are at. What would you like to do? Do you want to send the dragon off to be a distraction? Do you want to warn your friendlies? I would say you can do, like, you could tell them, hey, there are people coming. But like, how do you want to set up for what's potentially to come? You're the first to react in this situation.
Oh yeah, okay, I see where you're going.
And I'm gonna do that distraction thing.
Alrighty. So, Are you going to keep your senses linked, or are you just going to give like the directive to the dragon, hey, follow the route that we came to get here, basically, like you guys hooked around instead of going through that one room where there was that other chain pulley mechanism. You guys like looped around, like you can tell your dragon, just go that way, like do a full loop around the place until you come back to us, in a sense, or something, like because you only got the 100 feet, so once he's out of 100 feet you can't really tell him what to do. So what would you like, how would you like your dragon to proceed with this distraction? Are you going to just give one general order and have it keep sort of flying away, or are you going to try to keep it within 100 feet where you can command it?
Okay.
Just sending it off? Alrighty. So 30 gets just above the guys. Say it swoops down probably like, 10 feet just above their heads. So it's got 20 more feet after that for its first turn. 5, 10, 15, 20. Just makes it out of the room and is about to sort of loop around. Are you keeping your senses locked in this moment just to kind of keep a quick eye on these guys, seeing how many are following?
Yeah.
Okay. So... Actually, as your dragon's coming out, have it make a perception check for me real quick. Seven. All right. Your dragon's very focused on its task that you have given it, so it doesn't even really do a glance over to its right. It just goes around to the left corner and basically is just like going on its course. You kind of hear that there are some more voices off in the direction that the pseudo dragon did not look. Alrighty. So, shit, yeah, sorry, I'm just, trying to figure out how many forces there are. Alrighty, so your dragon dips off the one that noticed seemed to his attention seemed to first focus on the secret door area. He kind of barked. You hear one of the fish dudes as it's flying out, as your dragon's flying over it, and it kind of like barks at a command at the one that's next to it, which turns and follows after your dragon. It's gonna try to attack it from below, but he's got disadvantage because of how high up it is. That's gonna miss. He has 2 attacks, so he'll try again. Oof. That one's gonna hit though. 4 points of damage to your pseudo dragon as he nicks it. I believe it has 7, so it's still got 3 hit points left. But that guy is right on top of it. So one of them seems to be following, but the other two, your dragon can't quite see. So you guys aren't exactly aware what they might be doing. And yeah. Alrighty. So, as you guys are sitting there, Kolvok, you're watching the door when it begins to swing open. And that's going to be initiative. Alrighty. 25 to 21. $20 to 16. 18. 19 on who? Shadow?
I guess.
Combat, what'd you get?
15.
15. Alrighty. Okay. So, top of the morning, Shadow.
So, you, from your current vantage point, you can see two fish guys, or you can keep your senses, or you can phase into your dragons. Which would you like to do in this situation? You were still in your dragons previously, if that affects your decision. Okay. So, yeah, you can command your dragon this turn.
Maybe with a touch spell. Maybe.
Yeah, you could attack them with a touch spell, or, well, his dragon was told to keep along the path, so I guess I'm just gonna follow along with that. But your dragon notices two individuals that are just beneath it that seem to be in pursuit of it, and make another perception check with your dragon. Alright, it notices another fishy person behind it. It seems to be in the similar kind of priestly robes of the individual you were fighting in your guys' last fight, which also seems to have its attention sort of focused on your little dragony friend, so it potentially is also going to pursue after it. But other than that, then it's going to continue along its course, going 60 feet, basically going around the corner where it won't have sight on anything for a while. But it seems like there's about 3 creatures that have their attention on your dragon and are potentially going to pursue it. So, what would you like to do, Shadow? Because you already gave your dragon a pre-programmed action, in a sense, because it's going to be moving out of your 100-foot range fairly quickly. So you can still do stuff. You can like snap back to your senses and try to investigate what might be happening with your party as they are about to get in a fight. Since your senses were connected with your dragon, you're not quite aware of your surroundings.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, what'd you say, Shadow?
Maybe hold that until we get too far into it.
God damn it, Nico! Stop! Are you passing out there, Shadow?
A little bit.
Oh right, initiative. Yeah, wait, no, we already did that. So yeah, you Shadow, coming back to your senses, you can see 2 fish dudes seem to have opened the door to the secret room and are poised to attack. What would you like to do? Yes, yeah, and Kolbach's standing at the door, like, keeping watch, so he definitely knows that the enemy is about to breach. There wasn't really a surprise round on either side's party. Like, you were keeping an eye out
You guys were suspecting that the enemy was potentially going to attack, so they didn't really get the drop on you, and like the way they had to open the door didn't really give them that advantage to really get an extra action on you guys. So you guys are meeting on equal terms in this battle. You have equal awareness of each other. There's the ones that are potentially following your dragon, but these two seem to be like, yeah, we're gonna fuck up the guys in this room. So what would you like to do, Shadow? Okay, do you want to hit the closer one or the farther one? Okay, go ahead, roll attack.
Uh,
22, yep, that'll hit. Go ahead, roll 3d10.
Right back.
18? Just barely standing. Alrighty, so after Shadow, it is your turn, Kolvok. There is one guy right in front of you and another dude 5 feet behind him and to his side. So you can step forward, you don't risk any opportunity attack, and get in with melee range with both of them. One of them has now been hit by Shadow's fiery blast of energy.
Barely hanging on, you said?
Yes.
Okay. I will attack that one.
Okay.
Uh,
16? Yep.
8 damage.
Yep. You just like come around the corner, kick the like spinning fucking secret door, and it just hits into that dude, and he gets like caught on the corner of the door as it swings into the corner of the wall, and just gets like smashed between the wall and the door, and just falls down dead. And then you turn your attention to the second target.
Cool. I'll be swinging him also.
Step forward.
25 damage.
25, yep, that'll do it.
9 damage.
9 damage on number 2. Very good. Alright, so... Right, so next would be Boar. You just saw a fish man get blasted by a firebolt and then crushed in between a stone door and a wall, and then Kolvok rushed forward on another target. What would you like to do, Boar?
Should I while he was dealing with him?
He only managed to get a bit of a scratch on him. So the enemy is currently engaged with is quite wounded, but there are also individuals who are potentially chasing after Shadow's dragon, which I need to move. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Way off the map. So yes, you can...
Where am I?
You're here in this little secret room. Kolvok is here engaged with this guy, and then off over here are these guys who are trying to chase after Shadow's dragon that just went around this corner off screen.
guy to me then, yeah.
Yes, you do have a line of sight on him. Or can easily get within a line of sight of him.
I am going to attack him.
Very good. Shift over. Line up your arrow right over Kolvok's, or right under his armpit, I should say, not over his shoulder.
So I got 25.
Yep, that'll hit.
And 11 damage
Alright.
for the first attack.
You come up, shoot the arrow just under Kolbach's armpit, and it hits the fishman right in his throat, and he starts to gurgle more than he normally does as he grasps at your arrow and tries to take it out before it can take his last dying breath, but he is unable to as he falls down dead. So, what would you like to do? The two that came to investigate the door are currently dispatched. There were two that you can kind of just barely see. They kind of have a little bit of cover if you try to take a shot from here, but you still have enough movement to get a better shot on them. But there are these guys out in the hallway who are trying to chase after Shadow's dragon.
Okay, so I can come out of the secret room and go to the right on where I'm looking from the camera.
Yeah.
To the right from away from your sign thing into that corner. Can I move there and shoot towards them?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You can make it to there. And you have a clear line of shot on either of them, but I would assume you're shooting the closer one first. Go ahead, roll your attack.
Yeah. 18 and 14. Damn.
18 and 14. Alright, you send an arrow. It hits right into his shoulder, and you swear that thing goes right down to the fletchling. Or the fletching? Fletching. 19 or 14, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. That thing's probably just barely tickling his heart. All right. So that was your turn. Now it is those things' turn. That dude didn't like what you just did. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, but you're just out of range. So he has to use his action to dash up and get on you. The other guy, however, didn't really notice what was going on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to go after Shadow's dragon. Probably going to kill it. But it's kind of doing its job. Wait, yeah, actually let me look. What's the pseudo dragon's flying speed? Is it 30 or is it 40?
Alright, sorry, it's my turn.
Yes.
Alright.
So I killed the one guy and I injured the guy by the doorway. The other guy
who just rushed up on you. You were messing around with the coffer, so you're kind of deeper in the room, but you're a monk, so the movement isn't the greatest hindrance when it comes to you. Oh, it's got a 60 fly speed? Oh, yeah, that dude's never going to catch your dragon. Actually, because of that, take back the 4 points of damage that it didn't take because those dudes couldn't catch up to it. I would say your dragon probably doesn't get like go its full fly speed. Like it probably understands it's like much faster than these dudes, so it doesn't want to get like totally out of sight, but it stayed just out of range of these dudes, so they'd still want to run after it. So your dragon didn't take damage, but that dude is still definitely an idiot and trying to chase after it. All right, so combat. You're deep in the room, but you can definitely. You heard Shadow say some magical words and blast. You heard Kolvok raging and attacking things, and some bowstrings snapping. What would you like to do as you're deep here in this room after just messing around with the coffer?
Get over those sounds.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You come out of the room next to Kolvok. You can see there's a guy engaged with your ranger.
Alright, I'll go punch him. A bunch.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Alrighty, yeah. Go ahead, roll your first attack, and go ahead, roll the damage. You might take him out in one punch.
$17.
17, that'll hit. 11. Yep, that'll take care of him. You just run up, fucking, not just like straight, just a straight right to the side of his head, and he just flies into the wall and just like invincible style, blood and gore splatters on the freaking concrete.
Is that safe for my movement right now? Is what, 55?
That was, you were there 25, or 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 out of 45?
Yeah.
So, you've used your action to attack, but you've already taken the things out that are within close range. So, you could use your bonus action to dash to try to get potentially on some more enemies, or you can use a key point to use patient defense to kind of take a defensive position here, waiting for things to come towards you guys instead of just rushing out by yourself into the fray and just wanting to fuck things up, because that's what you do.
Yeah. So I'll just take the defense.
Alright, you spend a key point, patient defense. If anything comes through the room and gets up on you, it's going to have disadvantage on its attacks. Do you want to move like 10, at least your 10 feet you have left forward towards the door, or do you just want to stay towards the back of the room with your buddies?
I'll just stay right.
Okay. Alright, so. Perception check. Yep, she definitely notices the fighting going on in the room more than the dude running off around the corner. So she will turn off towards the corner. And... Alright. Combat and Boar, who wants evens, who wants odds?
I'll take odds.
Okay. Even 4, she targets. Combat, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Okay.
No, it is only disadvantage on attack rolls.
I think it's dexterity saving throws, but if anything, but I can't. Okay, here are the actions. Dodge. When you take the dodge action, you focus entirely on avoiding attacks until the start of your next turn. Any attack roll made against you has disadvantage if you see the attacker, and you make dexterity saving throws with advantage, as I thought. So, wisdom doesn't give a fuck. So yes, just a straight d20 with your wisdom saving modifier.
Okay. 15.
Alright, so you succeed. You feel a sensation of your muscles beginning to seize and lock up, like you're going to get frozen in a similar position like Kolvak was earlier, but you shrug it off better than he was able to, and you kind of narrow your eyes at the thing that just cast that spell on you, and it doesn't look happy that its spell just failed. So, that was its turn. We're back to the top with Shadow. If he's conscious. I think that's a no.
Give him a 10 count. Yeah,
Alright, well... 3 hours, not bad. I usually don't like calling it in the middle of a combat, but sometimes shit happens. I have the shit tracked. I'll take pictures of positions and shit. As always, thank you all for joining me. I hope you had a good time. Will the party be able to defeat these fishy men and find the well at the bottom of this strange fishman tower? Find out next time on Dungeons & Dragons.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, peace out.
I'd imagine his meeting is probably next week, right?
Oh, yes, that's right. So, no next week, week after that.
What?
Are you alive? You want to continue the fight? Or we were just about to call it? It's your turn right now if you want to go.
What we got?
So from where you are currently, you can just... No, you can't see anything. But, you can't see anything, but it still sounds like there are potentially things going on outside of the secret room that you guys initially found. Like, your dragon's descending down the corridor with a guy, following after it, but, where you are currently, you can't see a visual on anything at the moment. But if you move around, you might be able to get a visual on something. Right, so coming out of the room, 5, 10, 15. You can see a spellcaster just outside the hallway. Just outside the room, in the hallway. Alrighty. 20, 25. You get by just behind combat. What would you like to attack them with? Fireball or firebolt? Bolt. Alright, go ahead, roll attack. $17, yep, that'll do it. Go ahead, roll 3d10. Oh, roll 6d10.
All right, so you walk out of the room, come up right behind Combat, place your staff right on his shoulder, and then you're steadying your aim as you fire off your firebolt right at the creature, and it hits dead center on its head, and there's a bit of smoke that lingers there, and you're waiting for it to clear so you can see how much damage your thing does. But then the smoke clears and you realize the target you hit no longer exists, and it falls over dead. One hit kill. Nicely done, Shadow. So after Shadow, it is Kolvok.
I can't see anything.
Nope.
I will run up to our furthest comrade.
Huh?
I'll move up to the furthest comrade.
5, 10, 15, 20. Next to combat. Okay. You are all now grouped up in your sort of typical marching order. Nope. Nope.
Okay. I will. Wait right here.
Okay. Hold action.
I don't see anything happening with the trigger. See it turn.
Okay.
Alright, next would be Boar. Your friendlies have grouped up, waiting for something to happen, but no one can quite see anything at the moment.
Is it dark? Dark. Is it dark?
No, it's just line of sight. You guys, you're in the back of the room, so your line of sight on things is limited from your current vantage point.
Can I move up?
Yes, you can, if you so desire.
I will move up and try to see.
How far forward do you want to move forward?
How big is the room from where I am? Is it 30 feet?
So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 feet to the hallway.
You said I could 30 feet, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna do that and see if I can find any enemies coming towards us.
So you move forward 30 feet, and you can see an individual, one of the fish guys standing at the ready, just around the corner to your right. You still have your action, but because he's around the corner, you can still fire an arrow at him. But because he's around the corner, he has cover. Yeah, that's half cover, so he's harder for you to hit. So his armor class is increased.
And now I only have one attack.
You still have both. You can still make 2 attacks. He's just a harder target to hit based on your positioning.
that's the only spot I can see if I move back a little bit. Can I still shoot?
He would have more cover if you were back farther, but because you move forward 30 feet, you would have to use your action to dash to move anymore.
Let's risk it. Let's try to shoot him.
Yep, go ahead.
Natural 20.
Yep, that'll do it. So roll 2d8, add your dex mod. $16 damage. Alright, yep. Your arrow plants right into his abdomen. Or not like his pecs. Yeah, his pecs. Go ahead and make your second attack. Yep, that'll hit.
8 plus 5. Sorry, 13.
You send another arrow, basically hits just under where your first arrow hit, and you kind of see him spit up some blood. That definitely messed him up. He's just barely hanging on. So next would be that one. So you see another one come just around the corner, and all of you can see this one. And yeah, since you're the closest boar, I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
So that's the D20 plus my wisdom modifier, right?
Yep.
My wisdom modifier is plus 3. 15.
15 total? Alrighty, so you send those 2 arrows. You're about to get ready to like string another arrow, basically like getting ready for your next round of actions, when you kind of feel your body begin to lock up and it's not quite doing what you tell it to do, but then you shrug it off and you are in command of yourself. You shake off the effects of the individual's spell. Oh wait, shit, that was supposed to be after combat. Oh well, combat, it's your turn.
Okay. So is the guy that trying to put that spell on me still fucking
the one that originally tried to cast a spell on you, it did. It had its its head entirely microwaved by Shadow's fire blast. But there was another spellcaster who just came around the corner and seemed to try to do a similar effect to your ranger friend up the front of the fray. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. You run up on the priestly type.
Okay. 16.
Yep, that'll hit.
11.
11 will miss.
Natural 20.
And then natural 20 will make up for that miss.
So what does that be?
So 1d10 plus your dex modifier. So 3d8 plus your dex modifier twice.
Okay. 26.
26. Yeah, you come up on it.
pummel it. Show it who's boss. It certainly didn't like those hits, but it's still standing, but just barely.
Should. Yeah, but he's keep waiting another attack.
So you did. That was 2 attacks that you did, right?
That was 3. I missed on 1.
Oh yeah, that's right. So yeah, key point for a fourth one. Yeah, go ahead.
23.
23. Yep, that'll hit.
Six.
You backhand it for your final attack, and its head bounces off of the wall and leaves a nice red smear mark as it drags down to the ground dead. All right.
Left. Just the one guy.
Yeah, it appears to be just the one guy. So we're back to the top with Shadow, if he is still conscious.
What I got?
So from your line of sight, you can just kind of barely see a guy hiding around the corner, but he's got 3 force cover, so he's pretty difficult to hit from your current vantage point.
Move on.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Maybe right there, yeah. Yeah, from right there, he, instead of having 3/4 cover, he has half cover. Because of where Boar is standing, he was trying to get a good line of shot, so it's he's just at the end of your 30-foot movement, so you can't stand right where he is, but you can stand just behind him and get the half cover. You can't quite eliminate all the dude's cover trying to move forward in a single move action.
Right. Let's do another thunderbolt.
Yeah, roll it.
Uh, 24.
Yep, that'll hit. Roll them 3 d10s.
Twenty-six.
26. Alright, yeah, that guy had already been messed up by Boar, so yep, you send a scorching bolt of fiery energy right through the dude's chest and leave a nice gaping hole where you can see singed sort of ribs sticking through the little fleshy parts that have been melted away by your blast. Before he looks down, sees the place where his heart used to be and no longer is, looks up to you as if he wants to try to take some sort of retribution on you before he falls down dead. And then just a couple rounds after that, as you guys are kind of looking over these dead, yeah, we fucked these up. The dude who was running after your dragon, who kind of lost it, comes running back to join the fray in this fight, only to see he is severely outnumbered. And again, like earlier, I'm just going to kill that guy, even without making you guys do any rolls. So everything is dead. You did make a perception check just to make sure you don't hear any voices in the immediate area.
Perception? Anybody? Anybody?
Oh, sorry. Sorry. The dice released when someone was doing it.
That was probably me. I do secret rolls to keep you guys on your feet.
What's GG? I got it. 24.
24. All right. Yeah. Giving a quick listen with your sharp, keen elven ears. It doesn't. You don't hear any other sort of fishy, gurgly, bong water noise making such sounds in the immediate area. Does not seem like anything else is trying to investigate what might have been going on in this sector of the floor. So, what would you guys like to do? So you discovered those potions. You're unsure of what they might be. So when you found them, Shadow had his senses connected with his dragon, so he is not quite aware of their discovery. There were a couple other objects that I believe people were interested in investigating. If you would like to continue that.
Right, what's that?
The other items, there was the coffer. You guys investigated that, but there was other objects. Like I think someone wanted to look at the plate mail. I think someone also mentioned looking at the cloak that was hanging up on the wall.
Yeah, we can go back and do that.
Yeah, this you guys can do
shields as well.
Yes.
Maybe there's something.
Yeah, you check the shields. Nothing under the shields. But if Shadow would like to, he can make a Arcana check on some of the objects to see what might or might not be magical, and then Arcana check also to see what the magical properties of those potions might be, which those will be separate rolls.
Nice.
23, is this to check the items or the potential magical properties of the potions?
23 for both.
It's got to be one or the other.
I rolled it twice.
Oh, okay. Wow. Alrighty then. In terms of magical items, the cloak seems to have special stitching, which is reminiscent of sort of magical arcanic runes and whatnot. So it is. You bet that the cloak is magical in some kind of way. Inspecting the armor, it's not particularly magical, but it is made of mithril, so it doesn't make noise like normal plate armor does. So if you want to be stealthy and have a really good armor, you can do so with this. The shields, they're usable. They bear some insignia that you're not quite familiar. It's a spire rising against a blue ocean sky, and the magical property of the potions, you're pretty certain is they are potions of water breathing, which from your experience, typically potions of water breathing, a single potion can last for an hour on a single target. So you have 12 potions, that is 12 hours of water breathing that you guys potentially have. So being 4 of you, you each could you each potentially have 3 hours to breathe underwater to get your mission done here on this plane. But that also means either the dragon cannot go with you guys into the deeper recesses of the dungeon, or you use a potion on the dragon, which limits your guys' time to be down there. But at the same time, potentially have a dragon scout swimming through as a scout might cut down the time that you have to be down there, cut down the amount of encounters you guys have down there.
Because he's, like you said, he's at a 16 speed or whatever, so he can scout faster than we can, right?
Well, he doesn't have a swim speed.
Oh, I thought it was just overall, like his movement speed. Okay, so underwater it's different. What does it cut in half?
Yes.
Okay.
So combat,
speed underwater?
combat's gonna be about your fastest. You and Shadow are gonna move 15. Kolvok will move 20. What's your movement speed, combat?
45.
45? Okay, so you're 20 as well, like Kolvok.
Mine's 15 movement underwater.
Yes.
What was the cloak you said when he investigated? There was just nothing, right?
It appears to have like the stitching. Like there are certain areas where Shadow notices the stitching, and it's the stitching is made in sort of like archonic language and symbols and such. So it's likely that cloak is enchanted in some way. Like there is some sort of enchantment on it, but he would need to cast a certain spell on it to find out what its true effect is, or you guys can take a short rest and someone can try to attune to it and find out what its properties potentially are. Anyone can attune. Well, I shouldn't say. Most of the times, anyone can attune to an object. There are certain objects that have restrictions on who can attune to it. But, like, you can sit down with this object, meditate with it, in a sense, and it will sort of imbue you with these, like, imageries of, like, what you might be capable to do with it. But you could do this. Kolvok could do it. Shadow could do it. Any one of you could sit down with this thing to try to figure out what it does.
Before we leave the room, can we just take it with us?
Yes, you can take it with you.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab it and do it. Keep it on me.
You're gonna put it on?
Yeah, just to take it with us. It won't do anything to me if I put it on, right?
If it's cursed, it might.
Do I have a bag? Can I stuff it in my pocket? Like
yeah, I would assume you have a bag, so you could stuff it.
Okay.
So yeah,
I'm gonna decide to take it and stuff it in a bag.
Alrighty.
We head back up, or head to the stairs down to the water and call it there.
If that is what you all agree upon, is that your next course of action that you would like to take? Do you guys want to go down there now? Do you guys want to take a short rest before you go down? Because like I said, short rests take an hour, so if you guys go down there and then take a short rest, you're going to basically kill one of your potions just sitting around healing. So I would definitely recommend doing it before you guys go down.
Okay. That's fine. Everybody agree?
Do you guys want to rest here in the storeroom? Rest at those watery stairs?
Storeroom?
Rest here? Alright.
There's not gonna be together. We already listened. There's no enemies.
Do you guys, do you want to investigate the floor a little bit more? There was that one room that had a pulley chain system that you guys did not fully explore. There were people there. That's why you didn't go there originally, because you guys were kind of dwindling on resources at the time, so you wanted to not get into too many fights. But yes, that is also another thing.
Remember the pulley system and everything, but I don't think I put anything together with it. Anybody else put 2 and 2 together for what it was supposed to do, or catch something I didn't?
Well, the first pulley system you guys had encountered raised a metal gate. You guys saw a second one, but you didn't see a metal gate. You saw a second pulley system, but no metal gate. From
And the second
where
one was that one with that big, like, ship steering wheel on the floor, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I remember that. We can go investigate that.
All right. So you guys want to head
Do
off
the
to that?
potions go bad or something if we just don't use them? Like,
No, these guys have been to dungeons that are hundreds of years old, found potions, and still use them.
oh, okay.
That magical carbonation, man.
If we head back to that room with the one on the floor, with the big wheel thing, can we rest there and not be in danger?
Potentially.
Yeah. Okay.
So you guys
Close
can
the
rest here
store
first, and then investigate the floor further, if you would so choose to.
Well, the fact that he mentioned it to remind us about it, I have a feeling you're supposed to go that way. True. Alright, so let's rest in the storeroom.
Those who vote to check the rest of the floor say aye.
Stairs.
Win by majority.
Alrighty. So you guys can take you take your short rest here. So you can roll hit dice to recover hit points.
Well, I didn't even take any damage, so I should still have full hit points. Did it?
These things can happen sometimes when you're a ranged fighter and the dungeon master doesn't ever use ranged fighters himself.
I punch Boar in the stomach.
Use a fucking hit dice in your life. But yeah. So you guys can spend some hit dice, get some hit points back up. So,
Yeah, those crits probably, probably did some damage, I would think. Yeah, basically. So. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. So, what was 40 for you was actually about 80 for anybody else. Alright. So you guys take your short rest. Nothing seems to investigate the floor. I'm not even going to ask you for a D12 roll. Interpret that how you will. But then you guys head back towards the stair area. I'm assuming at this point you're going to uncork, each of you uncorking a bottle of crunk and down in it, and then get ready to go down the stairs. Are we giving one to our dragon, or is the dragon getting desummoned?
Ooh, or leave him.
That's like a watch.
That too.
This was the higher room also.
Higher? It's all been level.
You said it was 50 feet higher.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I thought you meant the floor of this level has been level.
I mean, I could accomplish that.
So yes, you guys are leaving the dragon here in this room to scope out every once in a while.
Once we get close.
Emerge. Yeah, but what if we find a way out? The other way. Yeah, that's true.
Yes, he has that ability. Yes. He can de-summon it and summon it back onto him without doing like a full, several hour ritual. So, leaving the dragon, you guys each take one of the bottles of water breathing, uncork down the whole bottle, and you guys begin to press down the staircase into the water level below. Will the party be able to find the well which contains the knowledge on Leo? Find out next time on Dungeons & Dragons. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you had a good time. See you next time.
Thanks, everyone.